This is the 2012 Mazda MX-5 Miata Special Edition, and a couple things that make it a special edition are the black wheels, the black hardtop convertible, and it also does have some upgraded suspension components as well. So outside of that, it is does look like any other MX-5 Miata on the road in terms of body style and everything else. And we'll pan in here and give you an idea what the interior looks like. As you can see, this one is equipped with full leather and priced in the low 30s. It is a fun little car. Not exactly a total speed demon, but when you drive it and you feel how it handles and grips the road and everything else, it does create a pretty exhilarating and fun experience overall. So let's get inside of it and I'll go over some of the details here. First things first, I'm going to go ahead and raise the roof. And as you can see, this one's got a nice little cargo area that the hard roof pops down into. Makes for a very quick dispatching of the roof there, and then you just lock this down like that. Here's the release button there. Power windows right here. I'll get in. You know, there is one issue with having the power windows right here, is there was quite a number of times when I'd be driving and I would accidentally bump those switches when I'm shifting or something like this, and the windows would be going down. So, you know, that's actually an issue that I have really with this whole console area. Is, yeah, this does slide open for additional storage here, which is great, but whatever gets here, like if, for example, let's say if you had a cup right here, well, your arm is right here for shifting, so that really kind of, I mean, if you see there's not a huge distance there, that kind of limits the length, or the size rather, the height, I guess is the word I'm looking for, of the kind of cup you can put there. So while I appreciate their efforts to include more cup holders, it's definitely not the most convenient place to have for driving. If you're going to drive and do that, I would recommend using the ones here in either door. So there's really an extensive use of good quality materials in this car. I do like the stitched upholstery here on the door inlay. The leather surfaces on the seats are really nice. These seats are actually quite comfortable for around town kind of driving. I'm not so sure I would be a fan on a huge long trip on this car, as they are very firm, and that's exactly what you need when you're in a car that handles as well as this one does. So this one does feature a Bose audio system. Of course, it has CD playback, Sirius satellite radio. There is an auxiliary input here for MP3 player or from your cell phone if you desire. Of course, you can see I have the DC plug in use there. Couple comments here is there is no navigation in this model, or at least in this particular system here. As you can see, there's no screen or anything for that. The overall sound quality is pretty decent, actually. However, I noticed that it sounds a lot better coming off the satellite radio feed, or even some of the CD playback. Some of the MP3 playback through my cell phone into the audio jack there didn't quite have the same fidelity. There is premium fuel recommended on this car. Says recommended. I don't know so sure if it's required or not, but I'm sure you'll get better fuel economy with running premium and a little bit better performance. The steering wheel is pretty typical in the way it's laid out. We got the audio controls over here, including the built-in Bluetooth. It does not support Bluetooth audio, however, just Bluetooth telephony, which is fine. And over here we have the cruise control. Since this is kind of a no-frills car, the delayed wiper, all you get is one setting. There's no adjustable delay on that. As you can see, there is a kind of a red backlight to the gauges here. This will adjust the brightness and sensitivity of that. And this button over here will go through the various menus there in the middle. Pretty basic, straightforward. And anyway, overall, I've been driving it for about a week now. It's a very fun car. It's, again, priced in the low 30s. It's going to be definitely a certain kind of person that wants this kind of vehicle. Probably somebody that's already a Miata enthusiast, so to speak, or somebody that just wants a fun car. I mean, it is a fun car. There's no question about it. That does sit super low, so you're going to have to deal with getting in and out of a low car every time. And if that's okay for you, then I'd highly recommend giving it a test drive. One other feature I wanted to point out before I finish up here is it does have dual heated leather seats, which is kind of nice, especially up here in the Northwest. We might not get a chance to use the top much up here, but we will definitely take advantage of the leather seats. So overall, again, a lot of fun to drive. I would highly recommend getting out and test driving one, and if you can get your hands on the special edition like this, I'd definitely encourage that. I think you'll see that it offers little bit of a step up over the baseline MX-5 Miata. From what I read online, there's only about 450 of these that were released in the States this past year, so you might have a little bit of difficulty finding one, but I'm sure if you have a pretty good Mazda dealer in your area, I'm sure they can probably locate one for you. Anyway, as always, I'd love to hear your comments. Leave them below the YouTube video here, and we'll see you on the road. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Bye-bye.